Europe faces looming climate catastrophe. EU report warns of devastating impacts. A new report by the European Environment Agency, EEA, released on March 4, 2024, paints a stark picture of Europe's future under a changing climate. Titled, Climate Risks in Europe, the report warns of catastrophic consequences if the continent fails to take urgent and decisive action to curb greenhouse gas emissions and adapt to the changes already underway. Key findings of the report. Extreme weather events. Heat waves, floods, droughts, and wildfires are projected to become more frequent and intense across Europe. Recent events like the devastating floods in Germany and wildfires in Sweden are seen as a harbinger of things to come. Rising sea levels. Coastal regions face significant threats from rising sea levels, leading to increased flooding, erosion, and saltwater intrusion into freshwater sources. Low-lying areas are particularly vulnerable. Economic disruption. The combined effects of climate change are expected to have a significant negative impact on Europe's economy. Sectors like agriculture, tourism, and infrastructure are all at risk. Health risks. Climate change is projected to exacerbate existing health problems and introduce new ones. Heat stress, air pollution, and the spread of vector-borne diseases are major concerns. Unequal impacts. The report highlights that the impacts of climate change will not be felt equally. Southern European countries are likely to be hit harder by extreme heat and drought, while Northern Europe may face increased flooding risks. Urgency for action. The report emphasizes the critical need for immediate and decisive action. It calls for a two-pronged approach. Mitigation. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions through a rapid transition to renewable energy sources and increased energy efficiency is crucial to limit the severity of climate impacts. Adaptation. Investing in infrastructure upgrades, developing early warning systems, and improving disaster preparedness measures are essential for building resilience to the inevitable changes. The report serves as a wake-up call for European nations. Leaders and policymakers across the continent are urged to prioritize climate action and implement adaptation strategies to safeguard the well-being of citizens, economies, and ecosystems. The road ahead. The European Union has already set ambitious goals for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and transitioning to a greener economy. However, the report highlights the need for further action to achieve these targets and ensure a more sustainable future for Europe. The coming years will be critical. The choices made by European governments, businesses, and individuals will determine the severity of climate change impacts and the continent's capacity to adapt.